Oliver and I are ready for fake love. You ready? Okay, I just got back from the doctor. And it's still, like, I know that today is the day that the album is released, but it still just gets me every time that there's also an NV. Like, I'm not... Alright, anyway. Here it is. Fake love. It's already got... I just saw, I was looking on Twitter, because I forgot. Like, I know this, but I don't know it. I'm still not used to it. I was looking on Twitter, and it's like, oh, it's the first... Like, it reached however many views. It's over 11 million views in 5 hours. So, you know, just... Here we go. Are you ready? Do you love BTS already, Oliver? Say, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh my God. They always give us movies. I love it. just concerned. Jimin, get out of there. Don't drown. Oh my gosh. The dancing. Sugar the pyro. Sorry, I'm laughing because I saw a tweet that was like of Jungkook pulling his shirt, and they're like, JK's finally gonna show us his abs. We did. We got a little glimpse there. Oh, that's cool. This set reminds me of like a haunted mansion, like It type of situation. I'm sorry, I'm the worst reactor because I just can't. I can't handle it. Anyway, I first thought that like their long hair and their outfits were way more like K-pop style this comeback than before. Like I felt before, I mean, I don't know how to explain what I mean. Like, I don't know, just like K-pop has this thing, it's like entertainment value, and everything is like very vibrant and colorful and extreme, like, and thematic, and I don't, you know, for entertainment value, I mean, that's like the point of it. So like they always have that component, but it just seems way more like in line with like traditional K-pop than their last comeback seemed more, I don't know what, just a little bit different. I don't know, am I making sense? Like the longer hair, like I don't know, I feel like, I don't know how to, I don't know. I have no words. That's okay. Oliver, did you love it? Was it the best? Yeah, it was the best. It was the best. Ooh. Did you love BTS? Huh? Are you a fan now? Are you a fanboy? Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna watch that 100 more times and read the lyrics. And also, I'm going to check on my friend who is my best friend, who's having her first child today, and I'm sick, so I'm not there. Anyway. Yay! Also, I gotta download the album on Spotify. Okay, bye! Oh my gosh. What is this?
I think I still have Oliver saliva on there. But you can only see it in the light. Okay, hold on. Can't turn this way? Maybe? Maybe? Okay, anyway. I just can't even handle fake love. I can't handle it. There's too many things to talk about. And I'm gonna run out of memory and my mom's on her way home. There's too many things. Okay, first of all, I love the song. Second of all, the choreo. I remember watching that like preview show, the LA thing, I forget what it's called, where, and lots of interviews where Namjoon was talking about how it was gonna be like more powerful than ever, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's just like your thing that you're saying, but but really, I do feel like when I first watched the video, I didn't like really, I mean, I'm always just overwhelmed by everything. I didn't think like, oh, this choreo must be like so much harder, and like didn't really, you know, wasn't thinking along those lines, but I noticed like these big powerful movements that were really cool. And actually, if you like, I feel like the precision with which you have to move for those things would actually be really difficult. But they're like the big, like these big movements. I don't know how else to describe it. But anyway, I love the choreo. Like along the lines of the lyrics, it's like, I feel like Jimin is like the puppet master, and they're all like little marionette dolls, and he's like controlling them, you know, they're like, and like the big movements. And there's like the one where they all like walk forward like with really large jerky movements, and I feel like it's like reminiscent of like zombies or like robots or something. But I feel like the point is that, or marionette dolls, that you're just not like real. Someone else is like controlling you. You're not being yourself and like being fluid and just moving naturally. So that was really cool. Everyone did a good job. I felt like Jin was actually like kind of the star. Like when I first watched this, I was like, oh my gosh, Jin. I feel like he did a really good job. Like, I don't know. My mom's here. Mom, which shoe should I wear? What do you think? This one or this one?
I kind of like those
These ones?
because they got the flower cut out when you got flowers on your dress.
Okay. Okay. A break for lunch. We'll continue this later. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. This is so precariously stacked. So I ordered a tripod and a light and whatnot for the camera. But right now it's stacked on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So anyway, I'm zoomed in a little bit because, oh Lord, because I'm gonna go sit on my bed and talk. Oh, wrong way. This way? A little bit more? I don't know. I haven't even planned this out. Well, don't fall. Okay. All right. This works. This works okay, right? Sure. Okay, so back to, intermission for lunch. And now I will continue talking about fake love. I don't even remember what I talked about. What did I talk about before? I should rewatch that video, shouldn't I? Hold on. Don't fall. Okay. I cleaned off the smudges, or I tried. I think I got most of it. There might be a little something. Anyway, back to it. I watched the video, so I would know where I left off talking, which I left off talking about how I felt Jin was like the star of the music video. Not like the star. I mean, everyone had their moments where I was like, oh my gosh. But I felt like he really, I don't know, like really shined through. I feel like every video, you always notice one member like more than the others. And I feel like they do that strategically so everybody gets their moment, you know. But this time I felt like it was Jin, and I felt like he did a really good job with the choreo. Like the whole situation, I believed it. I bought it. I liked it. Good job. And obviously he sings the chorus, so also good job. Anyway, I literally wrote down like pages of notes because I had so many thoughts while watching this video repeatedly, and
Nerd alert!
like I watched it so many times for streaming, but I wasn't really paying too much attention, and I've listened to it so many times for streaming. But I finally, just before I started recording earlier, I watched it twice through with the lyrics and was able to kind of write down my thoughts. So I'll be taking a look at my notes. Thank you. I saw an interview where they were talking about how usually this single of the album is the hardest one to write, because that's like the forefront of your album. That's what you're putting out there to try to draw people in, and also to be like the theme of the whole album and to get whatever message, like the main message across. So I feel like this song did a really good job though. The words are so powerful. Let me look at my notes. I'll try to do it like systematically through the video. Yeah, the choreo, I loved it. Like I was saying before, I didn't, so like when I first saw Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Dope, like I was immediately just like blown away by the choreography. And I don't know, like it just seemed like so intense and so hard, and they were so in sync. And I think that style of choreography is like more noticeably like the star. If that makes sense, I don't know how to. But like with this choreography, I feel like it was supposed to supplement the lyrics more than be like the star of the video, if that makes sense, like it, like cohesive. And everything was so like visually stunning as usual. I cannot handle the production value and all of the effort that goes into making these. They're so good. Good job, K-pop world. Like my first thought, obviously, Taehyung starts singing. You're like, but the movements in that kind of like dark room where you don't necessarily see them, you kind of just see their silhouettes. That part was really cool. That gets me every time. And then the second thing I noticed was Jungkook's shoes. I was like, ooh, do they have spikes on them? That's really cool. Which is like completely irrelevant, but good fashion choice. And then, yeah, I don't know. Then of course you have, like, everyone looks great. Then you have Hobie with his like fantastical body roll that he is doing better than everyone else at that point, you know. Whoa. On to like the like how it like kind of coordinates with the lyrics. I felt like Jimin was like a puppet master, and they're all like marionette dolls, and so he's like doing this and they're all like moving with him, and the fact that like the lyrics say I try to erase myself and like make me your doll, and they talk about like changing everything about themselves. They don't know who they are anymore. You know, it's just like whoa. I don't know, people are complicated, relationships are complicated. I try to be really upfront, which I'm not. I don't date really because I'm too picky. Not in a bad way. I just know I have a lot of convictions, so it's hard to find someone with like similar values sometimes. And I've been super busy the last 3 years, and I just don't take the time to try to date. And I'm not a casual dater. I can't just like date anyone. It's just not my style. But yeah. So I feel like I don't intentionally ever do that, where I try to be what other people want, like in a personal relationship. I mean, but I think we all do that on some level, unless you just don't care about anybody. But ultimately, if it's not just superficial changes, if you're trying to put forth this image that's really contradictory to who you are, then that's never going to be lasting. Yeah, and you shouldn't have to. That's not, yeah, you just didn't have to. It's fake love if you don't, if you're not yourself and people don't love you for who you are. This is like pulling awkwardly. So, yeah. Also, a question. They talk about, like, I'll be strong when I'm really hurt. I'll be happy when I'm sad. I wish I could hide all my weaknesses, but I don't. And obviously, like, the point of the song is to say that, like, you shouldn't have to do those things. It's, you know, it won't last if you try to do those things. But I wish people didn't feel the need to do that. I think everyone is a human being. Everyone has weaknesses, so why make it a point of pride to pretend like you don't? Because you do. Just own it and be proactive about how you deal with those weaknesses, and, you know, yeah, I don't know. That's just me, though. Anyway, so many things that were happening. Let's see. I just love the words. Like, mold a pretty life for you. Ugh, that's really good. I also love the choreo part whenever, well, J-Hope's part I feel like is really, that's my favorite like lyrics as far as like the rap. Like he's talking about, you know, like being in the forest just for us, but he's like lost, he doesn't remember how he got there, and now he doesn't even know who he is, and he's babbling in the mirror like, who the heck are you? I feel like that happens sometimes to people. Like that's a powerful message to say, like, yeah, you know, it's not always intentional. It's not always like I'm consciously going to do something that's not myself. Sometimes you really like someone and then it's like a slow fade. Like you like pick little things to kind of alter, nip and tuck and hide away, and then all of a sudden, you know, some time has passed and you're like, wait, how did I get here? So I feel like that was a cool notion to talk about. And that choreo is really cool with him and JK being like, whoop, whoop, in the mirror. Then there was the whole thing with Taehyung's part, and I didn't notice till the end that it was a hall. Like I mean, it just looked visually really cool, but I didn't really think about what was actually in the hallway, like what the things were on the wall. So they're all empty portraits, and then there's cell phones that are lighting up. There's not even a single picture of you, like you aren't even real, like you're not even there, but then there's all these like people or like things trying to communicate with you, like trying to tell you or talk to you, like all these expectations are flying at you and you're just like, I don't even know who I am, and you're just like overwhelmed in this like hallway of despair.
A bit of despair.
I don't know, I just thought that was really cool. And then that whole thing, I saw someone on Twitter, I think it was on Twitter, or it might have been a YouTube comment somewhere that said, in the back it says save me, but then if you flip it upside down it says I'm fine. What? Somebody talk about that, please. What do you think it means? Save me, I'm fine. And then the part whenever Taehyung has his phone and then it like dissolves into sand. What do you think that means? Is that like you try to talk to people but everything you say is a lie because you're not being who you are? So it's all just, no matter what, it's all just dust. But that brings me back to the big thing, which it starts out with Jin in the room with the flower. This is the same flower that Tae had in his video, Singularity, but in the flower, and he's got it in the little lantern thing, and he wants to protect it, but the walls are just caving in, crumbling down, exploding everywhere. All the lies, all the walls that you build up, just, and then the lyric, which is so cool that they incorporated, you know, like these visuals with it, that I grew a flower that can't blossom in a dream that can't come true. I think that's what it says. It's such an interesting way of putting that. So Jin's talking about like he wants to protect this love, this relationship that he has, but you just can't because it's fake. And then so the flower turns to sand. But then I thought, whenever we have our like film intermission, as they give us those beautiful moments where Jungkook goes into that like place with the water and there's the pile of sand and the empty lantern, and he picks up the sand, and then on the shadow it's like petals floating. So is that supposed to symbolize like hope, like that not all hope is lost, like you can rebuild, regrow from the ashes, like if you learn from your mistakes? And then like the wall opens and it's like an escape, like you can get out, like find your way out of this like place that you've hidden yourself away, like come out of it, and then maybe you'll have a real love. And then all the, like in the room with Jimin, all the water's flushing out, and then Suga, all the fires exploding, and it's like, okay, so is this like water, wash it all away, fire, like burn it all down, like destroy and cleanse me of this fake persona, this fake love that I have. I don't know. Is that what it is? I don't know, or whatever. Even if it's not, it just looks super cool. But anyway, back to the part that I feel like got lost potentially in translation is Suga's part, where he says something along the lines of like I've changed into the one that you used to like. I changed into the one that you used to like. something like that. And I think what it means is that I've changed into someone and you used to like me. Like, not that, like, you used to like me and now I've changed, but that I presented to you this person that I'm not, that's not really me, and now I've changed back into who I really am, and you're saying to me, what happened to the person I used to like? Where are you? You were someone I used to like, and now you've changed. And it's like, it's all fake, because this is the real me coming out, and you don't like it, type of thing. That's how I took it. I felt like the the syntax and maybe like the conjugation or the tense was a little bit flopped around, maybe. But in the theme, with the theme of the rest of the song, I would assume that's kind of what it means rather than how it reads as an English speaker. I forgot, at the end of the video, when, like, JK finds the tunnel, the water's flowing, the fire's blowing up, and then he goes into that room with the mask guy. And so what is that? What is that? Is that supposed to be, like, you confronting yourself? Are you confronting the you that you present to everyone? You're finally gonna combat that fake self that you put out to the world? I don't know. It's interesting. And then, okay, this is the most shallow portion of, besides the shoes, besides Jungkook's shoes, here's the other shallow thing that I noticed in this video. Don't get mad. There's this, well, it's only funny to me because of my other reaction, which is not even on, it's not even uploaded yet. When I reacted to Serendipity, I have recorded that. I did react to it. It's not posted yet. I'll get to it. I made the comment that I was so proud of Jimin because you can see him when he's like singing the song. He says, let me love you, but he puts his teeth on his lips for the V, love, which is the correct way to articulate it. And I was like, oh, I'm so proud, you guys have grown. Like, look at you, good job, Jimin. And then in this video, when Jin is saying fake love, and it's like him at the end, because it's all fake love, that part, he's definitely doing a bilabial. It's a B. It's like fake love. And it's just so cute. I just love you. I can't. Sorry, that would be the speech pathologist in me noticing these things. Probably no one else noticed that. I'm sorry. It's adorable. It's not a bad thing. But Jin, if you want to work on that, you just gotta do this. It's like V. That's his name, V. It's that letter. V. I know that you don't have that. It's not a consonant in Korean, but yeah, you're close. It's voiced, air flows, and you just so F is like, and V is with your voice on. In case anyone was wondering. If you would like some more articulation tips, comment down below. I would really love to talk to a speech pathologist who's Korean so that I can learn how to pronounce everything correctly. I do have one book that I think has a lot of promise because it's talking about vowels like high and low vowels, front and back vowels, and like place, manner, and voicing, and I'm like, is this going to be the book for me? Is this going to be the one? I'm going to post videos later about me and my struggle to learn Hangul, but regardless, what did you think of the video? What did you think of the song? Did you love the video? Did you love the song? Is everyone ridiculously attractive like they always are? Yes. Enough is enough. I can only take so much. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember if I have other things to watch. I think I do. Dance practice is next, probably. Okay, bye.